Father says that children keep growing, rivers keep flowing too. My Father says he doesn't know why, but somehow or other they do. They do. Somehow or other they do. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles are happening every day, and those who say they don't agree are those who do not hear or see. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles are happening every day. On a page, write on a page with his brush. A musical friend make note to Brand, suggested by an idle thrush.
100 million miracles.
Then a young soprano who read what they wrote, learn every note, every word. Put all they wrote in her lovely throat, and suddenly a song is heard. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles are
Though my body crosses the ocean in this cramped tomb, I keep my mind fixed on my new life to come.
My child will be born in America and will grow up without fear, for she will know neither famine nor war.
When I can do what I want, no man will ever be my master. When I can say what I wish, my lips will only speak the truth.
When I finally spot the American coastline, my lungs will be filled with the sweet breath of freedom.
Father, I carry your memory with me across the sea. I think I can survive whatever lie ahead, so long as I do not lose hope. Children keep growing, rivers keep flowing too. My father says he doesn't know why, but somehow or other they do. They do, somehow or other they do. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles. 100 million miracles are happening every so much is going on.
Master!
Can't you see we're performing?
Dad, there's no one in the audience.
Anyone can play to a packed house. To perform before an empty one, that requires talent.
There is someone here to see you.
You are Master Wang Qiyang? My name is Wu Weili. I am the daughter of Wu Chang'an.
Wu Chang'an, my oldest friend from opera school.
I am sorry to tell you, but my father has passed away to the world of spirit.
Oh, he was so young. He was meant to live in better times. Son, bring her some tea. You escaped from China.
My father left me only your name and the address of this theater on Grant Avenue in San Francisco. He told me you achieved great success here in America.
I have?
He received your letter.
Oh, of course. I have. We draw our biggest crowds on Saturdays.
Last week, 6 people.
Mei, welcome to your new family. This is Uncle Chin.
Big Ear Chin? My father told me your big ear were a sign you would one day grow wealthy.
Living in America has somehow made them smaller.
And my son, Ta.
Oh, as a man, you are so much more convincing.
I practice being a man in my spare time. Welcome to America, kid.
Why have you removed your costume?
Dad, when are you gonna get it? This theater's dying.
Am I dead?
I was just trying to say...
These dedicated artists, are they dead?
Every day my wife tells me it's a miracle I am still alive.
Silence! So long as we draw breath, the Peking Opera lives. Especially here, in this land of white devils and fake Chinese. If we give up the fight, then who? Who will remain to keep our world from being washed away by Coca-Cola and Mickey Mouse?
Look, you want to maybe put some butts in those seats? Why don't you find a girl to play the girl?
Where am I supposed to find a girl?
Mei Li's father was the finest opera teacher I have ever known.
Were you in his company?
Of course, but I am hardly worthy to be considered.
This is America. False modesty will get you no place. You've got the job.
But how do you know I am good enough?
Finally, someone around here shows proper respect. Millie, have you ever performed the Flower Boat Maiden?
My father taught it to me once, but that was a long time ago.
Your father once saw me in that opera when I played it with Ta's mother. Perhaps the two of them are now watching us from heaven. Ta will teach you the role. If you can learn it well, you may have a future in this company. Things are looking up for us. Come, we must thank the gods for our good fortune.
We will burn incense at the temple.
No, we will toast them with whiskey at the bars. Dismiss the audience!
I'm sorry. I do not mean to take away your role.
Will you stop apologizing? I've been waiting all my life to get out of that dress. Now Dad can finally let me off the hook without losing his precious Chinese face. But he's gonna want you to be perfect.
I do my best.
By the way, you know how most jobs involve money? This one doesn't.
I do not care. Joining a theater is like finding a family.
I could give you a job waiting tables on nightclub night.
Nightclub night?
Every Friday, I get to turn this place into a nightclub. I stage all the shows, starring this amazing girl named Linda Lowe. Dad lets me because someone's got to pay the bills. Chinese opera doesn't sell a lot of tickets around here.
It does not matter. For the first time in a year, I have a hopeful feeling.
You take care of yourself, understand? If you need a place to stay, I'll talk to the girls at the club. You and I start work tomorrow at noon. And wear a scarf. San Francisco can get cold at night.
I am going to like it here. There is something about the place, an encouraging atmosphere, like a smile on a friendly face. There is something about the place, so caressing and warm it is, like a smile on a friendly face, like a port in a storm it is, so caressing and warm it is. All the people are so sincere, like a port in a storm it is. I am going to like it here.
Let's get started. First, you do the mincing walk. Then the stupid pose. Then the nauseating giggle. Got it?
You know, Ta, in China, those steps have different names.
use the sleeves. Almost makes me wish I could work them into a number for nightclub night.
Why not? Tom, sometimes you seem 100% Chinese. Then a moment later, you become 100% American.
So what does that make me? 100% nothing?
No, I think you are 100% both.
Is that possible? Let's go on.
All the people are so sincere. There's a specialty one I like. I am going to like it here. It's the father's first son I like. There's a specialty one I like. There is something about his face. It's the father's first son I like. He's the reason I love the place.
Tonight, you will make your debut before an American audience. Nice work, son.
Thank you.
There is something about his face. I would follow him anywhere if he go to another place. I am going to like it there.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
You be the rock, I'll be the roll. You be the soup,
Straighter line,
I'll
please.
be the bowl. You be the furnace, I'll be the coal.
Yeah.
Rock, rock, rock. And now it's Chinatown, San Francisco. Linda Lowe. You be the rock.
Linda!
You be
Linda!
You be the bowl.
Your left!
Rock, rock, rock.
I've had it. That girl is out of this number.
Rock, 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 rock.
Sorry I'm late.
I suppose you have a good excuse.
Yes, and I'm wearing it.
Did you get that from some guy?
Yeah, a guy named Christian Dior.
We were just running the first act finale.
We've been doing that bit for months. It's the new number that you and I've got to talk about.
Take a break.
Harvard, give me that moth-eaten old thing.
I like to think of it as a charming native robe.
You really expect me to wear this?
It's from the Chinese opera. If it was good enough for Ta to wear, it's good enough for you.
Harvard.
Ooh.
It's part of my concept for the number. A fresh off the boat maiden turns into an all-American girl. Just try it on, please.
How about a new production of Lady Whitesnake? Such a romantic story will fill our audiences with young people.
He means anyone under 50.
What's going on here?
Don't start, Dad. You promised me 5 o'clock, and it's already 5:30.
When we rehearse, we do not even look at the clock.
Well, we have to worry about an audience actually showing up. Get to work on those fittings. Come on, guys.
And I suppose your audiences are so large.
Last week, almost 50 people.
American!
You mean Caucasians? Mostly.
Americans are so much more common in America. 50 of your American are equal to 6 of my Chinese. I tried to tell my son, the Americans will never accept him in their country.
Maybe you ought to show up sometime. See for yourself if we're accepted.
No, thank you.
Afraid we might prove you wrong.
I have better things to do with my Friday evenings.
It's 2 for 1 night at Trader Vic's.
Every week he's got to make a scene. Jeez.
Why do you talk to him like that?
Nothing I do is ever good enough for that man. What does he want from me?
The only thing he wants is your respect.
Well, I guess this is sort of sexy. If you have a thing for Chinese grandmothers. How do these sleeves work again?
Let me show you.
Actually, you can get the sleeve to throw more if you move like this.
You hired a sleeve specialist?
My name is Wu Meiri. I am the daughter of Wu Chang.
I don't need your entire resume, honey. Thanks for the tip.
Mei Li inspired the new number.
Sita, I always knew you were a Chinatown kid at heart.
Hey, you're gonna love this dance. And someday, you might even learn to love me.
I already do. Like a brother. Ta-ta-ta.
She's amazing, isn't she?
She's certainly very healthy.
Wait till you see her dance. And she sings like a dream.
And can she also strangle a chicken?
She's probably not much of a cook. Not that I'd know. She dates mostly, white guys.
So, have you asked her to marry you?
First we date, then we marry.
Date?
It's a courtship ritual,
Like the old romantic legend.
where a man takes a girl's hand
Look into her eye.
and says, "Why didn't you talk to Linda?
Sorry?
She's the expert on dating."
In China, courtship is easy. You simply marry the man before he can get to know you.
Well, over here, love can be long and agonizing. And when it comes to making men suffer, no one does it like Linda Lowe.
Just keep practicing. You've already shamed your ancestors by working here. The least you could do is get the sleeves right.
Miss Ro?
Oh, hi, Chow Fun. Could you show me again? This is a lot harder than it looks.
In China, women train from childhood just to master the movement of the sleeve.
Stripping refugees. What will Ta think of next?
Aren't these old Chinese costumes amazing? When Europeans were still living in caves, our ancestors were already being fabulous.
You mean on nightclub night, you take off your clothes?
Gotta give those nice Caucasian boys a reason to stray far from mommy. God, that headdress thing must weigh a ton. How do you even stand up?
I was wondering same about you.
Oh, the heels. Let's face it, we Oriental girls don't have the longest legs.
They are long enough to reach the ground.
Honey, if God had meant legs to be used just for walking, he wouldn't have invented men.
Ta, tell me, you are expert in American way.
How would he know? He's hardly set foot outside Chinatown.
Oh, but he very smart and kind and so tall.
Really? If you think so much of the guy, why don't you date him?
Oh, I did not mean...
You get Ta off my back, and I'll help you.
But I must first date? Is it going to be painful?
Look, men have made us suffer for centuries. Dating is how we make them pay us back.
But my mother always said a woman's life is filled with misery.
Mine told me the same thing. Look at this picture. Me at age 15 in Seattle. Lowly Fong. My friends called me Lowly. Then one day I realized we're not in China anymore. No more stuffing daughters down a well or selling us into slavery. And foot binding. What was that all about? No, this is the land of opportunity. I'm a girl, and by me that's only great. I am proud that my silhouette is curvy, that I walk with a sweet and girlish gait, with my hips kinda swivelly and swervy. I adore being dressed in something frilly. When my date comes to get me at my place, out I go with my Joe or John or Billy, like a filly who is ready for the race. When I have a brand new hairdo with my eyelashes all in curl, I float as the clouds on air do. I enjoy being a girl. When men say I'm cute and funny, and my teeth are in teeth a pearl, I just laugh it up like honey. I enjoy being a girl. I flip when a fella sends me flowers. I drool over dresses made of lace. I talk on the telephone for hours with a pound and a half of cream upon my face. I'm strictly a female, and my future I hope will be in the home of a brave and free male who'll enjoy being a guy, having a girl like me. You see, you can do it too. You can become his American dream.
And now, that all-American Chinese dream, Linda Lowe and her fresh-off-the-boat dancers.
I enjoy being a girl. I enjoy being a girl. I flip when a fella sends me flowers. I drool over dresses made of lace. I talk on the telephone for hours with a pound and a half of cream upon my face. When I have a brand new hairdo with my eyelashes all in curl, I float as the clouds on air do. I female, and my future, I hope, will be in the home of a brave and free male who'll enjoy being a guy, having my girl.
$460.87.
We're up from last week. Hey, there you are. What'd you think of the show?
It was so. When she took off and then she started marching around and then she started shaking her.
Calm down. You're gonna break something.
The dance was really inspired by me.
Sure, except for the naked part.
I love it.
I've got all these ideas rushing into my head, like a dance for Linda and the boys, where they all come out swinging their pigtails.
Oh, Ta. The Chinese consider the pigtail to have been a shameful thing for men.
But I need some props she and the boys can use together.
How about a fan? They can be delicate, yet also very masculine.
Demons, be gone! Demons, be gone!
Dad! Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I finally came to see your nightclub night.
What'd you think of the show?
To think my own son created this travesty.
Yeah, I'm the director, and you're jealous.
Jealous?
You heard something tonight that you haven't known in 20 years. The sound of applause.
Ha! Anyone can get white demons to applaud. All you have to do is put a Chinese girl on stage and take away her clothes.
Master Wang, my father told me that when he first put women in the opera, you defended him. That you told the traditionalists time have changed.
Well, now they have changed too much. This disgrace you call nightclub night is over.
I thought the costumes were very pretty.
Just when you think you're onto something great, it all comes crashing down around you.
Ta, I want to show you something.
A flower drum?
As a child, my father was sent to sing for money in the street. He was told to use this drum for begging, but he used it instead for wishing.
So you've had it since you were a kid.
My father was arrested by the communists and died in prison. Before he went away, he whispered to me, "Take this drum, daughter, and never stop dreaming. For the more you dream, the more miracles you will see."
My mother died on the boat, coming to America. I was only 2. Dad never really talked about her much.
My father saw them perform many times.
Really? Were they good together?
Their most famous performance was in the Flower Boat Maiden. Father said watching them was like seeing that opera for the first time, back when it was new.
It must have been tough to breathe life into those corny old stories. The love of a maiden turns a humble scholar into a god? Sounds credible to me.
Ta, the Flower Boat Maiden does not turn the scholar into a god. He has always been a god. Only he has forgotten he originally came from heaven.
So somehow what? She figures out his secret identity?
She loved him. And that is enough. When he looked into her eye, he realized he has always been something more. You know the story. Along the Huanghe Valley, where young men walk and dream, a flower boat with singing girls came drifting down the stream. I saw the face of only one come drifting down the stream. You are beautiful, small and shy.
I never heard it that way before.
My father always said, to create something new, we must first love what is old. Now, sing it with your heart.
You are beautiful, small and shy. You are the girl whose eyes met mine just as your boat sailed by. This I know of you, nothing more. You are the girl whose eyes met mine, passing the river shore. You are the girl whose laugh I heard, silver and soft and bright, soft as the fall of lotus leaves brushing the air of night, while your flower boat sailed away. Gently your eyes looked back on mine, clearly you heard me say, you are the girl I will love someday. I heard, silver and soft and bright, soft as the fall of lotus leaves brushing the air of night. While your flower boat sailed away, gently your eyes looked back on mine, clearly you heard me say, you are the girl I will love I'm sorry.
You American apologize too much.
I don't know what came over me.
Perhaps the old story are more powerful than you think.
Imagine a prime piece of Chinatown real estate practically abandoned all these years. And you must be Wang Ta.
This lunatic burst right in. Please remove her from the premises.
Sorry, but we're closed.
Madam Rita Leong, theatrical agent.
For Oriental talent?
I've just signed your principal performer, Linda Lowe. Lucky girl. And I believe your club has enormous potential.
How can that be when this nightclub is now closed?
That man may be speaking English, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
My father's a traditionalist.
Honored elder, I have made it my life's mission to improve the image of the Chinese people. So you see, I too am a traditionalist. That number, with the Chinese maiden turning into a fun-loving American girl, that was like a Chinese dish made with American ingredients like chop suey, and people in this country just eat that stuff up.
We've got all these ideas for new numbers.
You'll need proper advertising, of course, marketing, outreach to a mainstream audience, plus a small infusion of capital to class up the place, all of which I am willing to provide.
You talk as if you own this theater.
Master Wong, when the average American thinks of Chinatown, do you know what they imagine?
What?
Opium dens, Tong wars, female slavery, and questionable cuts of meat.
Lies! Insults to the great culture of China.
Exactly. Join with me, and together we can create a new Chinatown. We've got to show those Americans who we really are. No more inscrutable Orientals, but smiling, all-American faces, polite men, beautiful women, and the finest cuisine in the world.
Sounds nice. Where are you going to find such a place?
On the most exciting thoroughfare I know. They call it Grant Avenue, San Francisco, California, USA. Looks down from Chinatown over a foggy bay. You travel there in a trolley, up you climb. Dong dong, you're in Hong Kong, having yourself a time. You can eat if you are in the mood. Shark fin soup, bean cake fish. The girl who serves you all your food is another tasty dish. You know you can't have a new way of living till you're living all the way on Grant Avenue. Where is that? San Francisco. That's where's that? California, USA.
This is nonsense. You actually believe you can change the way these white demons think?
Why not? In America, all it takes is the right pitch. A western street with eastern manners, tall pagodas and golden banners throw their shadows through the lantern's glow. You can shop for precious jade or teakwood tables or silk brocade or see a bold and brassy nightclub show on the most exciting thoroughfare I know. We call it Grant Avenue, San Francisco,
California,
USA.
looks down from Chinatown over a foggy bay. You travel there in a trolley, up you climb.
Dong dong, you're in Hong Kong, having yourself a time.
You can eat if you are in the mood. Shark fin soup, bean cake fish.
The girl who serves you all your food is another tasty dish.
You know you can't have a new way of living till you're living all the way on Grant Avenue. Where is that?
San Francisco!
That's where it's at. California, USA. The first thing that's gotta go is that name. Golden Pearl? illogical. Get rid of it. Bring the columns up, and I need a draft.
Demons be gone! Demons be gone!
Hey! I can use this.
No!
We've already sold out the first show!
First show? I told you! One show only!
Down from Chinatown.
Master Wong, do you believe in destiny?
Destiny is when things happen the way I want them to.
But what we want can change. Old dislikes can disappear.
I don't like you. When are you going to disappear?
Listen, and you can hear your ancestors telling you your future's already been decided. People of San Francisco, I bring to you news of a revolution! A revolution in entertainment! This Friday night, East meets West, right here on Grant Avenue. You have nothing to lose but your old ways of living, so hop aboard the new Chinatown Express!
Go, go!
You know you can't have a new way of living till you're living all the way on
Avenue, where is that?
San Francisco. That's where it's at. California,
Go, go!
I cannot even recognize my own theater any longer. That woman has destroyed 5,000 years of Chinese culture.
And in only 4 weeks.
And you, traitor, take that sign off. I did not help you enter this country so you can march down Grant Avenue yelling dong dong.
I also yell, Tang Tang!
Uncle Wong, have you seen Ta?
Why would I want to see Ta? He has betrayed everything I ever taught him.
Perhaps he is using everything you ever taught him, and all this is his tribute to you.
If he wants to pay tribute, tell him to buy me a watch.
I'm looking for Madame Leon.
She in the kitchen.
Meili? We came over together on the boat.
Chow? It is so good to see you.
You got yourself a job here? Do you take off your clothes?
No, I am a waitress.
Oh, good. I have a job as well. It's not much, but it's a start.
It is a good start.
Meili, I've been looking for you ever since we arrived here. And I was wondering if perhaps you would like to go to dinner with me tonight.
Oh, but the club is opening tonight.
All right, then tomorrow.
Chow, I am honored, but there is another man who...
Those fortune cookies were supposed to have gotten here hours ago. Where have they been?
Ta.
They took the boat all the way from China.
This is Chow Hairang. We traveled together to this country.
Sorry if I lost my temper. It's a crazy day. No hard feelings, okay?
No hard feelings. Think about my offer, okay?
What's his problem? Did he make a pass at you?
No, he only asked me out to dinner.
Do you like him?
Chow? No. I mean, not in that way. Before I can date here, I have so much to learn.
What do you mean?
what the girls say? You can tell if a man is serious if he take you to the coconut grove
Linda told you that.
or the top of the mark.
Forget all that stuff. Every girl has her own appeal. A guy wouldn't take someone like you to the Coconut Grove or the top of the mark or any place fancy at all.
Should I be happy about that?
Here's the kind of love I'd wish for you. When I was a kid, I used to daydream what it'd be like to have a normal family. With a mom. And a dad who didn't walk around the house all day with his makeup on. I'd imagine them happy together. Just doing nothing.
And do you think a love like that is possible for me?
Just wait. One day, that special guy will get down on one knee and say to you, now that we're going to be married, I keep imagining things that can happen to people when they are wearing gold rings.
Is that the proposal?
Yes, being together each morning, sharing our coffee and toast.
I prefer tea.
That's only one of the pictures. Here's what I picture most. Sunday, sweet Sunday, with nothing to do.
Did we lose our job?
No, it's our day off here. Lazy and lovely, my one day with you. Hazy and happy, we'll drift through the day, dreaming the hours away.
What would we do all day?
While all the funny papers lie or fly around the place, I will try my kisses on your funny face. Dozing, then waking on Sunday, you'll see. Only me. You see, any guy in any country wants a girl he can be comfortable with, who makes him feel like the man he wants to be. Sunday, sweet Sunday, on Sunday you'll see. I've got to stop doing that.
I could not disagree with you more.
But I don't want to hurt you.
I am not afraid.
Ta! 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 I can't go on. I'm a fake. I'm supposed to be playing the sailor who's been all over the world when the truth is, I've never traveled south of San Jose.
Hold it together, Harvard. We'll discuss this inside. Look, after the show tonight, you and I have to have a long talk, okay?
All right, let's try another one. Miss Lowe, how long do you plan to continue performing at the Club Chop Suey?
Soon as Hollywood calls, I'm on the next bus to LA.
No!
But that's the truth.
They're reporters. We don't tell them the truth. Say,
I see this as a stepping stone to my real career as a future wife and mother.
and then you giggle.
You really think all this could lead to the movies?
Why not? I've packed the house with everything a girl needs to succeed in show business. Reporters, politicians, organized crime figures.
Great. One day, everyone who's ever made fun of me will look up and see this face, 12 feet tall.
Those legs, that figure. It's like looking at myself when I was young.
You looked like this 20 years ago?
10.
Brenda!
Not bad.
Excuse me?
I like the new waitress uniforms. This one's just in from China, right?
Yeah, why?
No spit or blow nose into food, okay?
Brenda, Ta say he want to tell me something important tonight, and then he kissed me.
Wow. Whoever invented the phrase slow boat to China never met you.
Do you think that he's going to tell me that he loves me?
Let's sweeten the bait. Harvard!
This is either the most wonderful feeling on earth, or I have come down with a fever.
Harvard!
Yes, my lord and master.
Could you fetch my pink dress from the closet?
Sure. It's only half an hour before I make my stage debut.
The trick to landing your man is feeling confident. I've got something that will help.
Oh no, I could not.
Wearing one of these is like driving a big old Cadillac. Anyone gets in your way, you just mow them right down.
Voila!
And if this doesn't close the deal with Ta, I'll take vows as a nun.
It looks like something out of a Hollywood movie.
Try it on.
Here? Now?
Honey, these girls take off their clothes 3 times a night for total strangers.
And whatever you got, he's seen plenty of times before.
In all shapes and sizes.
Who's the lucky guy?
You have a nice little figure, young lady.
Yeah, you ought to show it off more.
She will. This is just the beginning.
In China, a woman is only considered beautiful if she remains so into old age.
So what? You've got to wait till you're 60 to get a date? This is the land of fast food, fast cars, and overnight sensations.
Come on, ladies. I called places 5 minutes ago. We've got 3 shows tonight. Let's go.
I do not know how to thank you.
Once you've landed Ta, the two of you can think of something sentimental, like 10% of the gate.
I'm strictly a female, and my future, I hope, will be.
A kiss for good luck.
You know, Ta, when you made me wear that Chinese robe, you were right. You've been right about a lot of things. After the show, I promise you a big surprise that'll make tonight even more special.
In the home of a brave and free male who'll enjoy being a guy, having a girl like me.
Honorable ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand opening of the jewel of the new Chinatown, Club Chop Suey.
Fan Fanny was leaving her man. Fan Fanny kept waving her fan. you'll find in a can some leftovers of Mugugai Pan. Fantan Fanny has found a new guy. His name is Manny. He's good for Fanny. So goodbye, Danny. Goodbye.
This is disgusting. They're having the time of their lives.
Remind you a little of your own audiences back in China?
There is no comparison. This mob has come only to have a good time. In China, none of my audiences ever expected to have a good time. I have half a mind to toss them all out of here. No longer my theater.
Master Wang, I hear that the mayor himself may pay a visit.
The mayor? In my theater?
Vagabond sailor, places, please. I am a vagabond sailor.
There's a line outside stretching halfway down the block.
This sort of work, it requires no talent. Anyone can do it.
Oh, I know. You're above all this, Chi-Yang. Playing before packed houses, feeling the love and adoration. It's not the sort of thing any actor really wants.
And we're expecting an even larger house for the second show.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao, Danny. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Places for Vagabond Sailor. Places, please.
I am a vagabond sailor.
Madame Liang, can I have a word with you? About that boy on stage?
Harvard?
I have been watching him practice all week. Couldn't you have found a more convincing person to play the sailor?
Well, in exchange for a featured spot, he made all the costumes for free.
Where is your integrity? That number is never going to work until you put the right actor into the part.
It's confirmed. The mayor is coming to the third show.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao, Danny. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Places for Vagabond Sailor. Places, please.
Madame Leon? Madame Leon! Madame Leon! I can't find my costume! I can't find my costume!
I am a vagabond sailor. All my friends call me sport. I am a fella for action. Any storm in a port. Now that I'm home and I'm resting, home from over the sea, all of the girls who adored me go gliding through my memory.
They are gliding through his memory.
A sweet Colleen from Ireland, her hair was fiery red. Her eyes gave out a green light that said I could go ahead. I met a girl in Sweden of whom I grew quite fond. A stately Scandinavian type, a buxom blue-eyed blonde. Now, that's my idea of Chinese takeout. And then in merry England, a girl who worshipped me, gliding through my memory. That's how I see them, gliding through my memory.
Hey, sport, there are many more girls.
In sunny Barcelona, a dancing chick I picked. Her castanets were clicking like nothing ever clicked. No! A very friendly mamselle in hoop-la-la pairing.
Ooh la la.
She was a girl who couldn't say anything but it's fun to cast an anchor in lovely Casablanca. I loved a Grecian doll and another doll in Holland, but of all the girls from every hemisphere, there is no one like the girl I have right here. Looky, looky, right here, right here on
Grand Avenue, San Francisco, California, USA.
yes, Grand Avenue. Where is that?
San Francisco, that's where it's at.
California,
You were wonderful!
now we have shown them the new Chinatown.
You stole my costume.
That was wrong, I know. But the first job of any actor is to try to find a way to get on stage.
Wasn't that more satisfying than the opera?
Of course not. But it was a lot more fun. Listen, everyone, after you get out of your costumes, we will meet in one of those evil dance halls and celebrate until dawn. Drinks are at me.
Oh, careful, Ta. Next thing you know, Uncle Wong's gonna want to restage all your numbers.
Uncle Wong. Maybe I need a stage name. Who's that American uncle, the wise sage with the pointed finger and the white beard?
You want them to call you Uncle Sam?
How about Uncle Sammy?
Sammy Wong!
Sammy Fong!
Yes! From now on, I shall be known as Uncle Sammy Fong.
Come on, troops, let's get ready for the cameras.
Just like the old days, huh?
Not exactly.
Dad, this was my club. I can't believe that on my opening night, you actually had the nerve to go out there
And make that number work. Son, we're a team. It was watching you these past weeks that inspired me to think that I could learn this new style too. You're not angry with me, are you?
I guess you can't argue with success.
Why did it take me so long to understand that after all of this, you are actually making this club to be my destiny?
That's one way of looking at it.
You are the most filial son on this continent. If our ancestors could see us now, I'll bet they would just die.
Now, who's the wise guy that took my street clothes?
Do you know where Linda is?
Oh, last time I saw her, she was backstage changing.
She says she has a big surprise for me.
Sure she does, Ta. Everyone loves a winner.
Hey! Wow! So where are we going? Top of the mark? The Coconut Grove?
Right idea, wrong girl.
But you said...
Uh-huh. And wait till you see her. She's all grown up.
Herota.
Wait. You meant this is your idea of a big surprise? To stick Mei Li into one of your old dresses?
We thought you would like it.
We thought? So let me get this straight. The two of you what? Made a deal? I date you to get you off the hook? How long has this been going on?
I was just trying to help you both.
How? By presenting her to me like a consolation prize? I'm sorry, I didn't...
No, you just can't help ruining a good thing for yourself. I'm sorry, honey. I thought he was smarter than that.
Mei Li, don't get me wrong, you're a great girl. But
But I never should have put on this dress.
you look beautiful. It's not the dress.
Then it is me you do not want. Is not it? Someone fresh off the boat who doesn't know how to dress or wear her hair? You are right, Ta. I do not fit in here. I am just some foolish refugee who saw you kiss me because you love me.
Son! Some American movie star has asked us to dinner. I have never heard of her, so she must be very popular.
Doesn't your father look handsome?
You think so? American clothes pinch in the strangest places.
I'm sorry, but I have to clean up this big mess I've made.
Where do you think you're going? You're a star now, not the janitor.
You don't understand. This is important.
It could have been important, but now it's too late. Nice going, Ta.
I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but our Hollywood friends are waiting. Listen, an opportunity like this comes around once in a lifetime, and for a Chinese person, it's probably never happened. Ever.
Son!
I guess the other thing can wait.
Of course it can. Now, let's make an exit.
Mei Li, what happened to your dress?
It was not my dress, and it never will be. I guess kissing means nothing in this country. Does anything mean something around here?
Even when times were hard, your father never stopped believing that miracles can happen.
My father is dead, Uncle Chin. So do not talk to me about miracle. Maybe they happen sometime for some people. Not for me.
So you're leaving? But where will you go?
All I know is that I cannot stay at the club. I will start over again. Some way. Somehow. a foolish thing to say. Who expect a miracle to happen every day? My father says that children keep growing, rivers keep flowing too. My father says he doesn't know why, but somehow or other, somehow or other.
Suey, chop suey. Good and bad, intelligent, mad and screwy. Violins and trumpets and drums, take it all the way that it comes. Sad and funny, sour and honey-dewy. Chop suey. Welcome to Club Chop Suey, where East meets West, 7 swinging nights a week. Tonight, Uncle Sammy has prepared for your pleasure ancient Chinese delicacies. Here at Uncle Sammy's, we offer you one from column A. Or you can choose one from column B. And don't forget MSG for more stunning girls!
We deliver!
Feeling hungry yet? I know I am, and I just ate an hour ago.
Chop, chop, chop,
Some of you may be wondering, what are those long wooden things on my plate?
chop, chop,
These are called chopsticks,
chop, 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 chew up.
and they're so much fun to use.
Chop, 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 chew up.
You just grab a pair,
Chop, chop,
squeeze, lift to your mouth, and ooh-wee! Chop suey! Can you dig it?
All the way to China.
Oh yeah!
$2,572.29. Ah!
Just a few months ago, I was playing to empty houses.
Sammy, with my management skills and your need to be loved, we can't lose! Chop suey!
Americans are such warm and loving people.
But what we really want from them is respect. And nothing in this country buys respect like money. Chop suey!
Son, have you thought about our new idea?
The swinging Confucius number?
I come out as Master Confucius, ancient Oriental wise guy.
You guys ever think we might be going just a bit too far?
Confucius say, 2 whites don't make a wall. What do you mean too far?
What happened to the new Chinatown?
Sure, we'll give the tourists what they want, but we'll have the last laugh.
You don't care that you're making us look ridiculous?
Sammy Fong is not ridiculous.
No? Has Sammy looked in a mirror lately?
All the time, and whenever I do, I thank Sammy Fong. Because without him, I would turn back into just another Chinaman. And so would you.
Chop suey. Living here is very much like chop suey.
What's this about working Uncle Sammy into my fresh off the boat number?
We thought the number can use, some jokes.
Like all my other dances? Careful. These could wind up round someone's neck. Some agent you turned out to be.
Hey, you're working, aren't you?
Confucius say girls whose head gets too big may end up falling on face.
I'll calm her down. And Dad, stop with the Confucius jokes, all right?
That kid, what does he want from me anyway?
Don't worry about Ta. Here's my new deal. A Chinatown in every city and a club chop suey in every Chinatown.
Boston, Austin, Wichita, and St. Louis. Chop suey. And we could serve Chinese food along with the local delicacies. Peking duck and mulligan stew.
Plymouth Rock and Little Rock too.
Beer and wet and 7-Up and Drambuie.
Chop suey.
You're on, Lady Liberty.
Oh, after the show tonight, how about we get a drink at the Coconut Grove?
Sammy, I thought you didn't like to spend good money just to get drunk.
I don't, but it's time to start living the good life. Whether I like to or not. My dear wife in heaven, it didn't turn out quite like we planned it, did it? You know how hard I tried, but I couldn't get them to love our opera here. I couldn't even convince our own son. So, can you please forgive me that I've finally begun to find happiness? Chop suey.
Chop, chop, chop.
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 Chop suey. Chop, chop, chop. Wow.
never really forget.
Uncle Chin, you're still here?
If only your father had allowed you to play the male roles. I always knew you would be magnificent.
So how do you feel about all the changes around here?
I make more money as a janitor than I ever did in the opera.
I'm amazed you've still stuck around. Sometimes I think we're turning into some kind of weird oriental minstrel show.
But this club has given Chiang something very rare. A second chance at his life. He's become more like the man he used to be. Of course, he used to have better taste.
And it's all my fault.
Then you should be proud of yourself.
How can one man change so much? What's happening to him?
What do you think? He's finally starting to let go of the memory of your mother.
I wish I'd been old enough to really see the two of them together. Mei Li was starting to tell me what she knew, but I...
Still looking for her?
I've tried everything with no luck.
If you found her, what would you say?
First, that I'm so sorry for the way that I treated her.
And that you love her?
I'm in love with someone else.
Linda, why? Because you want to prove that you're good enough for her?
What makes you think that?
They don't call me Big Ear Chin for nothing.
How would you understand, Uncle Chin? You've been married to the same woman your entire life.
So I obviously know nothing about love. The best wisdom I ever received about love was given to me by Chi Young's father.
My grandfather?
He took me in after my own parents died. That is why I stick around, Ta. Because I was once as young as you. And before that, even younger. How can a young man know where his heart will go? Only an old man knows what a man should know. All that was true for me shall be true for you. You are romantic. I was romantic too. A new true love I meet each day. The girls were fresh and sweet, like buds in May, like buds that grew in May. They bloomed and blew away. Then I met my young bride to be, radiant and lovely was she. When all the other loves have passed, my best love came last.
So what's your secret to a long and happy marriage?
For one thing, I'm hardly ever at home. But whenever I return, it's as if we were never apart.
This is pointless. I can't even find Mei Li.
She's working at the On-Lock Fortune Cookie Factory on Stockton Street.
What? You knew and you haven't told me?
She made me promise not to. But I'm an old man and sometimes I forget what I promise. Ta, think about yourself a little less and Mei Li a little more. Then you may start to become the man you see in her eyes. Now, go. All that was true for me shall be true for you. You are romantic. I was romantic too.
a smile on a friendly face. There is something about the place, so caressing and warm it is, like a smile on a friendly face, like a port in a storm it is, so caressing and warm it is. All the people are so sincere, like a port in a storm it is. I am going to like it.
When the boss wasn't looking, I slipped some of my own fortunes into the cookies.
Chow?
You think any restaurant is going to order more cookies that read, "Stop eating now, you're already too darn fat"?
You could lose your job.
Big deal. So long as I make you smile.
Chow, we are only friends.
I know. A classy girl like you doesn't fall in love with peasant stock overnight.
Oh, that is not it.
But I can help you, Mei Li, if you just let me take you away from here.
I cannot believe you are really thinking.
Hong Kong. That is where we belong.
We have not even been in this country a year.
Look at the Chinese here. Waiters, cooks, laundrymen.
I have met some successful Chinese.
They live a little better than we do and try so hard to fit in. They don't even know who they are no more. I'm a practical man, and it's never going to happen for me over here.
Mei Li,
Ta?
I've been looking for you everywhere.
Speak of the white devil.
Hey, I'm Chinese too. 100%, remember?
Chow! Delivery!
But you don't like it, do you?
I guess I deserved that.
Please leave me alone before I lose my job.
Wang Ta? The Prince of Chinatown?
I need to speak with her for a few minutes.
Oh, go ahead. Hey, I love your father. He's so funny.
Mei Li, I want to apologize for that night. I was stupid and wrong.
If you have anything to be sorry about, it's that you kissed me in the first place.
I'm not sorry about that.
Why? Because kissing means nothing to you?
No. Because kissing you meant a lot to me.
Ta, I do not know what you want. And neither do you.
I want you to come back to the club. When I was around you, I felt proud to be me for the first time in my life. I need you, Mei Li.
More than you need, Linda? I do not want to be your second choice. Especially now, when I know how it feels to have a man want me, the way you want Linda.
You mean that guy? The two of you aren't together, are you?
What if we are?
He's never gonna get you out of Chinatown. He's too old-fashioned. He doesn't know the customs here. He's always gonna make you feel like a foreigner.
Are not all those things also true about me?
No,
I cannot go back to the club. Maybe I make you feel proud to be Utah. But you always make me feel ashamed to be me. That is why Chow and I have decided to try our luck in Hong Kong.
What?
The place is going to be big someday. Put all those Chinese together. Give them a chance to make money. How can they go wrong?
You can't go back there.
Maybe you can't. You hardly speak the language.
Someone does not cross the Pacific in the bottom of a freighter just to turn and head back to Hong Kong.
Ta, one of these fortune always reminds me of you.
A man cannot love others until he learns to love himself.
So will you please wish us well?
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. Mei Li, I hope you're happy. I really do.
Did you mean it? Let's celebrate with a big dinner. Fish heads and chicken feet?
Who could resist?
Ciao!
What's that? You look like a little girl with your dolly.
This has been in my family for many years.
The Americans, they can't tell a Vegas drum from a fancy antique. If we sell this, we could raise money for the trip. Unless it's so important to you.
I guess I do not need it any longer.
Thank you. Your life is going to be good now. Just leave everything to me.
I am going to like it.
Table for two.
Sammy? Sammy Fong, is that you?
Shh! Call me Jiang. Tonight I am seeking privacy.
I am so honored that you have returned to my humble establishment.
He needed a little soul food.
Tonight's specials.
You decide, but we just want a little snack.
Of course. Cocktails on the house.
Unbelievable!
Now, Sammy, think about your blood pressure.
Was that a crime? To show Ta a number I staged on my own? Suddenly he throws a fit and storms out of the nightclub. You know what that boy's problem is? He needs a girlfriend.
Oh, I heard that opera girl liked him.
Really? They would have been perfect together.
Well, that's what happens when you have some success in showbiz. Suddenly your love life goes down the drain.
Mine's been down there for years, even when I was a failure. How do you know so much about show business anyway?
I was once a starlet.
Really?
Down in Hollywood. They called me the queen of the Oriental crowd scenes. Whenever a Japanese village got bombed, that was me, screaming. But you know, glory like that can't last. One day your looks fade, you gain a few pounds, some new girl comes along who can shriek a little louder, and you're left bitter, without any useful skills. What could I do? I became an agent.
Madame Leon, I would never say that your looks have faded.
You can call me Rita.
If we had only met years ago, Rita. Look how you have made me bend to your every desire. And yet I am so happy.
And what if I wanted you to marry me?
But you're already married. Aren't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Then why do you call yourself Madame Leon?
Oh, I was married, but I got over it. Oh, you mean, sorry, it's just habit.
Forgive me.
Sammy, I'm going to save you a world of pain. I am the world's worst wife. You don't believe me? Check the court record.
You are divorced?
4 times. Can that many ex-husbands be wrong? Under oath?
I'm worse. I expect a wife to walk 3 paces behind me, except when we step into traffic. Except when we step in.
I get it. Anyway, you want a young lotus blossom, not an old lotus root.
Look at me. I'm practically fermented.
Don't give me that. You are young and beautiful, sweet as the breath of May. Earnestly I speak to you, weigh every word I say. If you want to have a rosy future and be happy as a honeybee,
With a missus who will always love you,
baby, don't marry me.
If you want a man you can depend on, I can absolutely guarantee I will never fail to disappoint you. Baby, don't marry me. I eat lychee nuts and cookies in bed, and I fill the bed with nutshells and crumbs.
I have irritating habits you'll dread, like the way I have of cracking my thumbs. My grandpa was a big game hunter. He met grandma swinging on a tree. If you want to have attractive children, baby, don't marry me.
Children.
Make it happen. Sometimes too many. I'm devoted to my dear old mama.
And if me and Mama disagree,
I would always side with her against you. Snooky, don't marry me.
I would always like to know where you go. I don't like a wife to keep me in doubt.
Honey, that's the thing that's easy to know. You will always know where I am. I'm out. I am talking like a Chinese uncle.
I'm as serious as I can be.
I am saying this because I love you.
Darling, don't marry me.
Marry a dope, innocent and gaga.
Marry a con, Ollie Odiaga.
Marry for money,
Or marry for free, but don't marry me. See you at the club tomorrow.
Tomorrow's our day off, silly. Aren't you looking forward to it?
No.
Oh, Sammy, that's the nicest thing any man said to me in years.
I am saying this because I love you.
Darling.
You can't do this to me.
Harvard, this isn't about you.
From my perspective, everything's about me.
I've gotten an offer from an agent in LA, and I'm going to accept.
Say it ain't so, Lo.
Uncle Sammy's made himself the star of this show. Before you know it, he'll be doing the stripping, too. You should have seen this coming the night he first stole your costume.
You're right. But I've come to think of these people as my family, so I expect them to treat me like dirt.
Things going any better with your real parents?
We are so disappointed in you. I've decided it's a genetic problem. They're Chinese and I'm not a doctor. Think about it. These are the same two people that named me Harvard.
To me, you'll always be Ivy League. Now let's get out of here before I run into anyone.
You go down there and you make it, okay? For us.
Linda, there you are.
Oh, God.
I guess you two young people would like some time alone. He made you a star. Now at least say goodbye.
Ta, I just came to pack my things. I'm not in the mood for
I think what you're doing is great.
You do?
I mean, most of us don't have the courage, but you're actually going to make a go of it.
Well, thank you, Ta.
I'm going to Hollywood, too.
Now, wait a minute.
I think we're a good team. In LA, we could put together an act for casting agents.
I can't believe this.
Maybe even start our own theater, on their home turf.
Ta, you are not the kind of guy who'd walk away from your own father's nightclub.
What makes you so sure?
Because you're a good Chinese son.
From the day we first met, all I've ever done is try to give you whatever you want.
And you expect me to love you for that? I'm sorry, I can't.
What's wrong with me? Am I ugly or something?
Of course not.
Am I stupid or mean?
I'm not in love with you. It's that simple.
Because I'm Chinese?
I gotta go.
Funny thing about your boyfriends, they all look alike.
I'm not gonna get into this.
How come you only date white guys anyway?
How come? For the same reason you always hated doing Chinese opera. We all want to be Americans, like everyone else. When I'm out with my boyfriends, no one ever says to me, go back to where you came from. Is that so terrible? To feel now and then like I actually belong here?
So that's all love means to you? A chance to grab another status symbol?
You should understand. Aren't you the guy that doesn't date anyone who's fresh off the boat?
That's completely different.
No, come on, Ta. Deep down, you and I are too much alike. Maybe that's our problem.
What do you mean?
Neither one of us wants to love someone who reminds us too much of ourselves. So, good luck to us both.
Linda, don't you get it? I've got no place to go. You're my first love and my last chance.
Look, I'm leaving on the 7 a.m. Greyhound. If you want to come along, it's your choice. I'm not responsible.
I've got no other choices. Dad's taken over the club. And Mei Li's headed for Hong Kong.
Guess that explains why I saw her drum hanging in the pawn shop on Kearney Street.
Her flower drum? Are you sure?
I thought that thing was important to her, too.
She can't give it up now.
Sure she can. People losing hope, giving up their dreams. It happens every day.
No one spoke my dialect. Could not take it any longer. I have to go home.
Can someone take my child back to Hong Kong? I cannot make enough to support us both. I will send for him. I promise.
I am a physicist, and they made me scrub the floors like a coolie.
Every word he ever spoke to me was a lie. He told me to come be his wife. He promised to make all my wishes come true.
I have wished before. pass my door, fly and get lost at sea, call it a day. Love, let us say we're true. No good are you for me. No good am I for you. Wanting you so, I try too much. After you go, I cry too much. Love, look away. Don't need why, maybe. Leave me and set me free. Look away, look away, look away from me.
Paid that guy good money to get us on the ship. Where is he? What's wrong? Meili, I promise I make you happy.
Then kiss me.
Now? But I still got to find...
Just kiss me.
I'm sorry. I got to get us on that boat, or nothing else matters.
Wanting you so, I try too much. After you go, I cry too much. Love away. Only though I may be, leave me and set me free. Look away, look away, look away from me.
I found him. Everything's fine. Now, I give you a real kiss.
I didn't come to cause trouble. Meili, I just don't think you should leave without this.
You actually bought that thing. Do you see? Americans cannot tell the difference.
I may not know as much about China as I should, but this drum used to belong to her father. He gave it to her with all his hopes and dreams for her life. You can let go of me, Meili. But don't let go of this.
I heard you were leaving with Linda.
The bus for LA left at 7 o'clock this morning. The pawn shop didn't open until 10. Good luck to the both of you.
Why didn't you tell me about your drum?
Because if I had, I would never have agreed to go with you.
You want to stay where people look at you like you don't belong here. Meili, haven't you made enough mistakes?
No, I can never make enough mistake.
Now you're talking crazy.
My father made mistake, but he never stopped believing, even when it cost him his life.
Chinese should live where they can be proud to be Chinese.
I think that is possible here.
With him. Maybe he loves you today, but tomorrow he'll change his mind. Once he decides you're not American enough.
I am willing to take the chance.
Why?
Because I believe in him. You are making the right choice for you, Cha.
Till the day I die, I will never understand this.
I know. That is why you should go.
Along the Wangho Valley, where young men walk and dream, a flower boat with singing girls came drifting down the stream. I saw the face of only one come drifting down the stream. You are doing it all wrong.
Like anybody in our audience is gonna be able to tell the difference.
Look, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right.
Why do it at all?
Because it's a beautiful dance when it's done from the heart. If we want to make something new, we first must love what is old.
Oh, brother.
May I?
Uncle Sammy, you know how to do this old-fashioned stuff.
I used to, in another life.
Dad? You're really gonna play the girl?
Someone's got to. If you're ever going to learn to play the man. But I refuse to wear the costume. You know, son, it would have been different between us if your mother had lived. In so many ways, she was much better than me. That's why we perform this opera so well together. She always made me feel that I was more than just a man.
The love of a beautiful maiden turned a humble scholar into a god.
No, Ta. You have still got it wrong.
And now, son, it's your turn.
Guys, take a break.
Take the day off!
The love of the flower boat maiden does not turn the scholar into a god. He has always been a god.
But not until he looks into her eyes does he see his true face. Am I the man that you love? If that is true, I am more. Something beyond and above the man that I was before. Like a god with my head above the trees, I can walk with a godlike stride. With a step, I can clear the 7 seas when I know you are by my side. Like a god with a mountain in my hand and my arm thrown around the sky. All the world will be mine at my command when you're near and I hear you sigh. When you're near and I hear you sigh. There is no sweeter song I know. With With a heart full of hope I fly. Higher I go, stronger I grow. Like a god I can tear away the mist from the sky. If you want it blue, in the wake of the mist, like a goddess you'll be kissed by a god in love with you.
So, in America, you first date, then marry?
I think we're on our first date.
Well, I do not like to rush into things. So, perhaps we should date again. Now, we must ask my father for his blessing. Father, there is a young man I want you to meet.
Master Wu, I am the son of your oldest friend. War and time have separated you both, but they have also brought your daughter to me. And now I swear to you, I will do everything in my power so that when we two are old, at the end of our days, Mei Li will know that she was loved.
I can almost hear Father say to me, "Daughter, you have chosen a man who loves you as much as I do. So now I can let you go."
I can tear away the mist from the sky if you want it blue. In the wake of the mist, like a goddess, you'll be kissed by a god in love with you.
My parents are still mad at me for not going to some fancy college. But with the money I made here, I bought my mother a watch, which will at least take some of the pressure off of my little brother, the one they named Rolex. Anyway, when Madame Liang heard about the wedding, she
absolutely refused to attend. After all, Todd quit the club and was performing in Portsmouth Square with Mei Li for donations. But ever since Sammy and I got back from our honeymoon, it's like I can't even hold a grudge anymore. One afternoon,
I went to see their show, which used the traditions of my old opera days to tell new stories of life in America. saw their work, it reminded me of when I was young and still believed in impossible things. So, I decided to let them hold their wedding here at the theater. And once a week,
Mondays.
I would allow Ta and Mei Li to perform a special program here, which we would call Opera Night.
I just landed my first movie role. I play this peasant girl in the Korean War, and when my village gets bombed, I scream. Last week, I got Ta and Mei Li's wedding invitation, and I knew I had to come. There are so few people who have what it takes to be happy. The rest of us just stay hungry.
As I begin my new life, I give thanks to all those who came before me. My father,
My mother, and their ancestors before them.
whose legacy was passed down to me on the day I was born in Suzhou, China.
The day I was born in Shanghai.
The day I was born in Seattle.
In Hunan, China.
In Stockton, California.
In New York City.
In Providence, Rhode Island.
In Palo Alto.
In Manila, Philippines.
In Worcester, Massachusetts.
In Santa Clara. In Vigan, Ilocos Sur.
In San Francisco.
In Seoul, Korea.
In Daly City.
In Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
In Los Alamitos, California.
In Honolulu, Hawaii.
In Nyack, New York.
In Hiroshima, Japan.
My father says that children keep growing, rivers keep flowing too. My father says he doesn't know why, but somehow or other they do.
They do, somehow or other they do. 100 million miracles.
100 million miracles are happening every day, and those who say they don't agree are those who do not hear or see.